One Zambia, One Nation. Good evening and welcome to Zanis News. My name is Mwangala Kapandola. Let's take you through the headlines. 60-day ultimatum forces constructor to expedite works on ultra-modern youth center. Integrated National Registration Information System launched in Mwinilunga. Government welcomes installation of Senior Chief Undubaini after 5-year wait. Construction works at the ultra-modern Kwelimuna Youth Resource Center in Mpongwe District have reached 95%. This follows a 60-day ultimatum given by government to the contractor engaged on the project to conclude the works. Join Noah Kangali with the details.
It has been under construction for the past 9 years. Works at the Kwelimuna Youth Resource Center in Mpongwe District have finally reached 95%. This came to light when Mpongwe District Commissioner Baton Mukomba inspected the facility. Earlier, government granted the contractor engaged at the facility a 60-day ultimatum to complete the works.
As of now, I think I wish to express my satisfaction, and I wish to take this opportunity to inform the public that very soon we shall be having students to come and learn the life skills from Kwelimuna Skills Vocational Training. Already we've seen that they are doing tailoring, but we need also to ensure that those who are to acquire skills to do with mechanics, to do with carpentry, and also other skills, they are still here to come and benefit once it's entirely completed.
Center Manager Patrick Mulenga is optimistic that government will soon commission the facility.
We are moving on very well, and very soon it will be handed over to the government so that young people can start using the infrastructure. Once it's done, we want to introduce more programs. Currently we have about 8 running programs. Once we are done with this one, we want to go to 15 so that we can cater for more young people, get rightful skills and be independent in the community.
Aside from the construction works, the district commissioner took time to visit students being sponsored in entrepreneurship programs under the 2022 Constituency Development Fund.
As women, we are so happy, we are thankful much more to the president who has this knowledge and the care he has shown for all the Zambian people.
Noah Kangali for Zanis in Mpongwe.
Zambia Police Service Commission Chairperson Peter Machunga has announced plans to establish a 2nd district police post in Mansa district, Ruapula province. Dr. Machunga explains that setting up a 2nd district post in the area will bring efficiency in service delivery. Godfrey Chikumbi has the details in this report.
The Zambia Police Service Commission is one of the commissions enshrined in the Republican Constitution. With members drawn from diverse backgrounds, the commission has embarked on a tour of Ruapula province. The uniformed men and women from the Zambia Police and Immigrations Department in Ruapula province have gathered in Mansa for a meeting with the commission. Chairperson Peter Machungwa has led commissioners on this tour. At Mansa's Spita Center, Dr. Machungwa has made a number of policy pronouncements.
Has come out with a new policy to try to decentralize and allow communities which are closer to the formations to do some work. We are going to establish human resource management committees in the police and also in immigration.
Plans to set up a 2nd police district, among others, have been tackled here.
Police district coming to police. Now, it means we are only going to form one human resource management committee. In some provinces, there have a few more police districts. Mansa, and Chiengi, and Kawamba would be another police district.
Dr. Machunga spoke against compromised loyalty to the government among officers while assurances on accommodation and transport have been made.
Loyal to the government of the day. You are supposed to treat individuals fairly. No, this one belongs to this political party. What? Such things have died with PF. Some of you know you are supporting that other political party last time. And if you have survived, and some of you may not survive, because you are beating up villagers everywhere in the name of the party, when you are supposed to be doing things in the name of the law. But you are here, we want you to be professional.
For Zanis TV, Godfrey Chikumbi reporting in Mansa.
In Machunga province, government has added more beneficiaries to the existing social cash transfer caseload. Mpika District Social Welfare Officer Amedios Mwango disclosed that more than 700 beneficiaries will be added to the existing 9,000. Here is a report.
Sensitization of an additional number of beneficiaries to the social cash transfer program has started in Mpika District. 100 beneficiaries are said to be added to the existing number of beneficiaries.
Currently, we are doing the scaling up of social cash transfer in Mpika District. As in Mpika, our government is putting on the program, on social cash transfer program, more than 700 beneficiaries, adding to the odd number, where we have 9,500 plus social cash transfer beneficiaries. Right now, we are doing awareness raising throughout the district.
During a sensitization meeting, beneficiary eligibility criteria was spelled out.
Abakwete 65 years n'okuyamba mu lwaini era namuno munyungwe namwikalamo ibyeshi ili 6 n'okukira kwaini.
Community members are happy that government is working hard to alleviate poverty amongst them.
Nga bakulemba walapogenda la mashiya ule yafurisha kona abana b'amasukulu kandi abana b'amasukulu tuleshupikwa ifi nedibukire ifi yakubashitira bwefu yakusukulu tire yafia.
It is government's aim to alleviate extreme poverty among community members. Peggy Coutinho for Zanis in Mpika, Machunga province.
In Northwestern Province, the Department of National Registration, Passport and Citizenship (NRPC) in Mpumalanga District has commenced the issuance of the National Biometric Identity Numbers under the Integrated National Registration Information System Program. District Commissioner Harrison Kamuna launched the program with a call on residents to turn up and get the new digitized personal identity document. Obed Lijimu has more in this report.
Government has launched the Integrated National Registration Information Systems project in Mpumalanga District. The project aims to issue citizens with a new integrated biometric National Registration Identity Number.
We are moving from this stage of the NRC to another stage of the same NRC. We are going to be recognized as Zambians using a different document. It will have features that will distinguish us from all other people in the 5 continents of the world.
National Registration, Passport and Citizenship District Registrar Gratson Kamanga explains details about the program.
What it requires for you to be enrolled in the new system, you need to come, for those who are above 16, to come with their old NRC, which we call it a legacy NRC. And also, you need to come and get the forms. You fill them. After you are done, that's when the process starts. I also urge all children that have not registered for birth certificates, they have to come to register birth certificate, because Mpumalanga now has been given the mandate to produce birth certificates.
District heads of government departments have welcomed the project.
In relation to our execution of the program under FISIP, that will help us a lot, because we can now integrate into that system and actually verify our farmers that are actually accessing inputs.
Within the neonatal period, which is 30 days, you have your number and you carry that number throughout your life. I think it's going to make life easier. For us in the Ministry of Health, you know, the smart care component is going to be enhanced.
The program targets all public service workers in its initial implementation in 26 districts across the country. For Zanis, Obed Lijim in Imwenilunga District, Northwestern Province.
We continue with the news. Chibombo District Council has disbursed over 1.9 million kwacha to 154 multi-purpose cooperatives in Katuba constituency to enable them embark on various projects. Meanwhile, Katuba Member of Parliament Mwabashike Nkulukusa has called for prudent use of constituency development funds in order to avoid audit queries. Details in this report by Sande Walia.
It was a joyous moment for the multipurpose cooperatives in Katuba constituency, where over 1.9 million kwacha has been disbursed to 154 clubs to enable them undertake various projects. The funds will drive the decentralization agenda, which aims at taking resources closer to the people in various communities across the country. Katuba Member of Parliament Mwabashike Nkulukusa was on hand as guest of honor to witness the check handover ceremony.
We are happy today that we are signing these checks and giving them out, knowing very well that what we are doing is we are creating jobs and also we are creating wealth in communities.
Cooperatives were excited to receive the funds to kickstart their various projects.
We've received the sum of amount of 10,172 kwacha, which is going to help us a lot as a cooperative with my team. We are doing poultry farming as well as we are into construction.
Once again, we are saying thank you to the government of today for this fund that they've given us. This money will help us to change our financial lifestyle. It will help us to improve our mindset in businesses. It will also help us to employ others.
Meanwhile, Chibombo Town Council Chairperson Newton Nyeleti said CDF is here to restore the people's dignity.
We are singing the national anthem. There was a chorus captioned there that dignity. We stand with dignity. If you are a beggar, you cannot have that dignity. Therefore, the government of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, under the New Dawn government, is now trying to give you that dignity that you are singing under the national anthem.
For the country to achieve a prosperous middle-income status, as espoused in the Vision 2030, such interventions by the government will drive the agenda to attain the goal. Reporting for Zanis in Katuba constituency, I am Sande Walia.
Central Province Permanent Secretary Miuna Mwanakapwe says market boards should ensure traders operate in a conducive environment. Speaking after touring Njanji Market in Rere's compound, Mr. Mwanakapwe says the deplorable state of the toilets was not acceptable and urged the market committee to take responsibility. Here's a report.
Marketers at Kabwe's Njanji Market in Rere's compound are exposed to using deplorable toilets. The situation has irked the provincial leadership. Kabwe Central Member of Parliament Chrysosta Piri has charged that a market without toilet facilities is not a market.
Any market without provision of a toilet facility can never be a market. I'm sure the council, when one is applying for trading license, one of the things that they ask for is the health issues of that premises. Equally, the market, we need to look at the health premises of this market in terms of the toilets here. But we went there, and unfortunately what we found there, the toilets, they are very dirty. Most of them, they are dilapidated. There's no water, the pipes are broken. But what is happening is that we have heard that Yabantu Pilai, and then we asked that they told us we pay, but they don't give us receipts, and then also the workers that we have assigned to be working so the toilets can be in a good state. They don't have anything, no gloves, no mops, no brooms, no detergents, no cleaning materials. Hence, now let us see the one in charge, your bosses, the mistress and the cashier, that they can tell us what is going on there.
Kabwe Mayor Patrick Tishala was treated to the road shock that council officials can use initiative to procure without authority.
And coming to this market now, I think it's interesting to find that council officers can come up with an initiative to procure disinfectants and others even after people have paid, and then don't remit
without authority.
Without authority.
That's an audit query. Right?
That's an audit query.
Central Province Permanent Secretary Miuna Manakampwe urged the market board to be responsible and help government to ensure sanity prevails in the market.
That's why we have the council committee here, the council workers. Yes. Then we have the market committee headed by yourself. Yes. So, abantu who are trading in the markets. And so as such, the council workers are not giving out receipts. Secondly, it's up to you again to report to the council. Our council, they are not responding. Government is in charge. We are in charge. We come to our offices, tell the MP, tell the mayor. Together we put our heads together so that we do the right thing.
Zanis reports in Kabwe, Central Province.
Government has welcomed the installation of Senior Chief Undubaini of the Lamba people. The installation comes after a 5-year succession dispute. Copperbelt Province Permanent Secretary Augustine Kasongo says it is government's desire to see a smooth succession process in all the chiefdoms. More in the following report.
He has been officially pronounced as Senior Chief Undubaini of the Lamba-speaking people. Modi Chaile becomes Senior Chief Undubaini the 12th after a 5-year-long succession dispute. People from all walks of life gathered at St. Anthony Mission area in Impongwe district to witness the installation ceremony. In a speech read on his behalf by Impongwe District Commissioner, Provincial Permanent Secretary Augustine Kasongo welcomed the installation of the traditional leader. Mr. Kasongo said government values traditional leaders in the development process.
The new Don government of His Excellency Mr. Hakainde Hichilema will always work with Royal Highnesses in fostering development because we are aware of the fact that chiefs are the key drivers and partners of economic development in the nation. As government, we look up to chiefs as beacons of peace and sources of wisdom and counsel.
Chief Nkambo is a Lamba Lima Royal Council of Chiefs chairperson.
Be an example to your subjects in peacemaking, in family life. A resource of wise counsel and experience that will assist you as you discharge your royal duties as a chief.
Meanwhile, Senior Chief Chuala of the Lamba-speaking people called for an end to succession disputes in the province. Noah Kangali for Zanis in Impongwe.
We take you to Western Province. In his quest to appreciate the free education policy, the Litunga Imwiko II of the Barose Royal Establishment, BRE, has visited Liumba Secondary School in Kalabo District. The Litunga, who is accompanied by his Ngambela, Mukela Manyando, and senior Indunas, is on a 5-day tour of Kalabo and Sikongo districts. Here's a report.
The girl child is an important aspect in our society, hence the need to enable the sector have equal access to education with the boys, as education is an equalizer. While visiting Liumba Secondary School, Kalabo District Education Board Secretary Malamomo Angelwa had an opportunity to explain to His Majesty the Litunga some of the strides being achieved in the education sector.
Most of from grade 7 to grade 12.
balabazwa abantu abale abafuna na cash social cash transfer kulimwendi kuna ndimo palero kuna ndipene bakusile bakabafanga good kuli bakone kuleka twale tutuba pale zokumusitela skolo kuli haba katuleka bakone kuyoina maskolo basabira ni program yeo weze makala kwa family register over 5,000 girls only mifa bizo ma process ya kuba fama ngono ni kweza verify kulikana ba exist ma mali program usafeza fera kusaini salikazeo muso waka fama sherehe.
And the Litunga was so far impressed with what is going on in the education sector at Lamba Secondary School and in the country as a whole.
Muyaho wa kwanwa science laboratory marural area mahurani kindwe tuna
Lamba Secondary School has also received a facelift after massive school rehabilitations. Reporting for Zanis, I am Ikachana Sindala in Kalabo district of Western Province.
We wrap up the news with an item from Northwestern Province. Provincial Permanent Secretary Grandson Katambi says there is need to preserve tradition and culture in order to appreciate people's values and background.
Preservation of tradition and culture is one way of keeping people's identity and promoting their good values that are subsequently transferred to future generations. It is for this reason the Northwestern Province Permanent Secretary, Grandson Katambi, is emphasizing the need for traditional revival. In Mfumbo District, Gano Katambi interacts with 15 traditional leaders discussing various issues, including embracing traditional hygiene norms.
Pakubika masanyi yoba baronde ngeka fwako ke kulipisha watu azinga bani katwe mwaswate ona zinga ketski ya kuamba ne kuyazinga punishment ne kwazinga ka fwako kwamba amuwa mfwaye ba mama batata as long as wazinga pamushi watu akomenenga nkabate bya shuprenga kutu bya kuvara but inshima ina twazirenga lipe kusukutwa irenga.
Kano Katambi also highlights some other developments government intends to introduce to chiefdoms.
Let us have a record. I register one name. Wakosha kutumenga basema mwana kikutuma majina kikubika ko. Yo wame nkambo wa ma register.
The traditional leaders are happy to interact with the senior government official to discuss developmental matters.
Kuba mwa bajina matuya ako bena ko twisambirengane bamfu. I know last yotsa kutendeka kuya umatowa zipano abo twafunjishenga panoke kuiba jimona mukwamba barete buikaruburumbu burumburu.
Indeed, there is need to embrace African tradition, especially with the emphasis on hygiene, values and good morals. Pastor Mlaisho reporting for Zanis in Mfumbo District, Northwestern Province.
As we end the news, a recap of the headlines. 60-day ultimatum forces constructor to expedite works on ultra-modern youth center. Integrated National Registration Information System launched in Mwinilunga. Government welcomes installation of Senior Chief Undubaini after 5-year wait. Thank you for being with us. On behalf of the production team, this has been Mwangala Kapandola saying good night and God bless.